What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Split Screen D&D, the place where we're attacking all things Dungeons and Dragons from both sides of the screen. My name's Tom Quinn, resident Dungeon Master here at Modern Myth.
And I'm Josh Winans, resident player character here at Modern Myth. And Tom, look at what do we got here?
What we have got here is the big 5-0,
we've
the
been
50th episode.
Big deal, man.
Big deal. And the last episode of the season, we will be taking a 2-week hiatus leading into season 2. So for starters, just wanted to say thank you guys so much for joining us for these 50 episodes. We've had a blast, and we've got a little something special in store for you guys. As always, top 10s for every 10. But you may notice that we have a little something different going on here, because this week we're going to be doing top 10 hot takes and hot wings.
You know, I don't think anyone's ever really thought of this before.
This is a brand new concept.
Yeah, I think this is going to take the internet by storm.
This is going to define an entire new genre of interview/conversation programming.
Man, I hope we get credit for this.
No, I think there's a lot of people out there who obviously at this point know that we are D&D connoisseurs. We enjoy us some D&D. What I'm sure nobody knows who's watching this right now is we also share a passion for hot sauce.
Hot sauce and beer, man. Absolutely.
And so while not sponsored or anything like this, this video was made possible and much, much easier to put together.
Yeah.
Thanks to Fuego Box, which is an online hot sauce subscription service. The wings that we are going to be, the gauntlet we are running today is courtesy of their Crate of Death, which is some very, very hot sauces. Ultimately culminating with the Fiery Fool, the world's hottest non-extract. We don't play with extracts.
I don't like
here.
extracts.
We're all
I'm
natural,
not gonna lie.
baby.
I hate
all
extracts.
natural. You could probably, you could tell from kind of just the way we roll.
Yeah.
But I think it's time to get into it. So we're going to be doing hot takes here. All of this should be couched in. Obviously, we don't mean you. No, maybe we do. Let's find out. Let's.
But first, before we get into this, this is huge. This is a huge episode for us, but we could not get here without you guys. We're the little engine that could, and it's only because of you guys and gals at home that we're able to make this work. So thank you to everyone who subscribed. Thank you to everyone who comments. Thanks to everyone who hits that like button. We hope you enjoy watching us suffer.
This could get very brutal. We like hot sauce, but this could get brutal.
This could get very brutal.
Yeah,
you'll see.
And obviously, this is a bit of a departure from our usual format. But if this is something that you guys think
let us know.
Other people are going to enjoy, share it out. You know what we generally are doing on this segment. We hugely appreciate the shares. In fact, it's probably one of the fastest ways, those likes and sharing out on social media, that new people are coming to the platform and are eventually becoming subscribers in many cases. So we hugely appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, scratch those eyes while you got the chance, man. I just
Yep. I won't be touching.
Don't touch
anything moving forward.
I'll touch everything. It's Tuesday.
This is a bad Tuesday. But I think we're going to jump right into this. The format, we instituted our initiative structure with our last top 10. We are maintaining that here. So for a real quick, who's going to be going first?
So the idea is we have hot takes on D&D and hot takes, hot wings.
Yep.
So we might ruffle some feathers. We'll see what happens.
Yep. But basically, rolling the dice, you got to eat your wing. And if we've done our jobs right, the spiciness of our takes should scale with the spiciness of the wings.
All right, let's do it.
Here we go.
Witness
another nat 20,
bitch.
He rolled a nat 20 last time too. He rolled nat 20 last time,
and
that's my die too.
All right, let's eat a wing, and you got to go first.
It's wing time, and I am kicking things off. So, tell us what we're jumping into here first, Josh. These wings came off the smoker just minutes ago, by the way. So
we are enjoying Ghost Scream, which is actually their signature sauce by Ghost Scream. And we're looking at mostly, it looks like
Ghost pepper. Ghost pepper's the backbone.
Yep, Ghost pepper. Nothing too bad.
That's where we're kicking it off. Shouldn't be too crazy.
And
cheers, my man.
Wow.
Cheers to all you at home. Thank you for joining us for the ride. Oh, we're eating the whole wing, right? That's the goal. That's the deal? Or just the bite?
Are you committing us, man?
I don't know.
Oh, these are good. Oh, that's a good hot sauce.
All right. I'm going to snack this while I kind of get into my number
Yeah,
one.
go ahead.
Good wing, good sauce.
Go scream.
Little heat, little heat.
Fantastic. Yeah.
My number one is one that I think a lot of tables can relate to. I'm actually going to say, well, I'll finish this one since you committed, but for the sake of pacing, I don't feel any obligation.
No, yeah, you go ahead. This is delicious.
Number one, scheduling isn't fucking rocket science, guys. All right? Look, I get it's a table killer. I don't necessarily get why. This is basic human stuff. You show up to your job when you're supposed to. You show up to pick your kids up from school maybe when you're supposed to. You know, this is like basic adult stuff. The reason that this is really a hot take is because I think the backbone of that is if people consistently aren't showing up to your table, you might be running a shit game. And that's kind of the crux of it. Obviously, everyone's going to have their occasional scheduling issues.
Absolutely.
But if you find that table after table, things are falling apart from a scheduling side of things, maybe it's not the scheduling. Consider that DMs whilst I feast on the rest of this wing, and Josh gives us some thoughts on that.
I'll also offer that if it's one guy or girl who is constantly canceling, don't be afraid to be like, hey, yeah, you get one more. Yeah, and I'm sure they have excuse after excuse, and there are legitimate excuses. I don't want to say that there's not, but yeah, if there's one person, don't be afraid to say goodbye. You're ruining the game for everyone else. I agree with that hot take. That's a good hot take. Mine,
Try to keep it mild to open up.
yeah, this is
What we got?
spellcasters need better and more interesting damage spells.
What?
Yep,
You're talking about 5th edition?
5th edition.
Lay this one on me. Lay this one on
All
me.
right, the reason why is because
You know what? Fuck that. That's bullshit, man.
No, it's a hot take, baby. We're doing hot
All right,
takes.
what you got?
So, because my wife is a wizard, I'm the min maxer. Like I get into spells.
Pause for 1 second. I'm sorry to interrupt. This is just beer, by the way. We do have emergency milk
Oh.
rations, should that be required. But we don't want people to think that we're slugging milk this entire time.
No beer.
All right, continue.
Really, Fireball? Like we're still what level is she now? She's level 12, which is getting access to like level 6 spells, I think.
Yep.
So we're still comparing everything to Fireball. She got that level 5. Like, is this even worth taking? And I want to. There's you might have heard of this game before called Diablo. Have you heard of it?
I'm familiar with it.
But what they do is so interesting is like each different element is like a different aspects. Fire might be more straight on damage. Lightning is more crowds. Poison is damage over time. Why are they not implementing that? That is such a cool way to give different damaging spells that are interesting to spellcasters instead of just being everything compared to Fireball.
Well, I will say that I think that's more of a problem with the iconic and obviously overpowered nature of Fireball than maybe the broader spell list. But I completely will get behind the idea that there are huge missed opportunities with regard to status effects. Things like being immolated, being the bleeding effect. Really,
Oh my gosh,
it's like,
we don't have we might have bleeding. I don't know, but
it's no. I mean,
I'm sure there is something that bleeds, but.
Yeah, it's just there are many missed opportunities by way of applying interesting status effects that have.
There's no blizzard spell. I don't think there's a blizzard spell. I looked for it. I don't think there's a blizzard spell. But like an area of effect that would make people slow and maybe does mediocre damage, not great. But it's the status effect. Like, it's just such a huge missed opportunity. I don't know.
All right. I think at the end of each one of these, hey, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on scheduling and the obvious underserved casters in 5th edition. hit us with your best shot.
I'm gonna get roasted for that one, but I just noticed that. Anyway,
all right, round two. Time
Let's
for
do
some
it.
redemption. A two.
Witness me, baby.
Are you?
Second crit.
You know what?
Second crit.
I'm done. This is some bullshit. This whole fucking episode is rigged.
All right.
I think.
All right, let's have a bite first, and you gotta
All right.
speak your piece, baby.
Let me remind myself of.
All right.
Okay.
All right. This is Ritual hot sauce. This is from Hellfire, and I can't read anything about it, so I have no idea. Oh, Trinidad Scorpion and 7 Pot Primo.
Bing, bang, boom.
All right, let's do
Hit
this.
me with one of those.
Boom.
Cheers to you beautiful people at home. Good flavor.
So I love natural hot sauces. They're so good.
I'm going to say a noticeable step up from the first one. It's not
Yeah.
bad, but
No, it's not bad yet, but it's definitely. Oh, but it is delicious. That is, man,
Right.
that's a great hot sauce. Enjoy while you talk while I eat.
that one's got a little kick. That one's got a little kick. Okay. All right. My number 4. No, you died because you did something stupid, you idiot. We've touched on this a couple times in a few different capacities. Ooh, that one got me a little bit. I feel like this one's pretty self-explanatory. Players, if you do something stupid, you're probably gonna die. And when you do, don't give us that cockeyed look like we had something to do with it.
You did though.
No, we hold zero responsibility. That's it. It's plain and simple as that. Hit me with your 2 cents on that.
Yeah, we earlier we shot an episode where I had to like look at this from a no. If you have a good DM, sometimes one you just might be unlucky. The dice do what the dice do, or you know what you didn't come up with it. You just kept punching the ancient red dragon in the nose.
Bad move.
Bad move.
Bad move.
No, so I agree with that. Yeah, and
All right.
ooh, that is a little spice. I like it.
I was gonna say I'm
it's
making a low DC Constitution save right now. It's a low DC. What do we got?
This is not a super hot take if you follow our channel, but homebrewing is essential to D&D. I think it's almost like required.
5th edition, or are you talking about all D&D?
I say 5th edition.
Okay,
Because
I can get behind 100%.
Yeah. And we'll touch more as the spice hits and my spicer. That one D&D might be going more away from the open license. It was one of the worst moves, I think.
That's what it's sounding like, and I agree. I mean,
There's many bad moves. But that's a bad move.
There are so many good supplements that were produced by third parties, and frankly, I don't need a dog pile on. There's a lot has been said about some of the recent WotC publications, but I'll say this: I don't think it's been their finest work, and I think that there have been some really, really strong entries coming from third parties. So I'd hate to see them go away.
Yep.
We obviously homebrew all the time.
Yep.
With our game, and I really do think for 5th edition there are certain elements that work better if you implement different iterations of systems from other editions or even other games outright. We're 2 out of 5 in here. I'm just curious how you're sitting. I know now. I'll say this. I'm pretty confident this man is going to outclass me on the hot sauce front. But I'm curious to see where you're sitting.
No,
that one got a little more kick than I expected.
It did, but it was delicious. I don't know. I feel the lips tingling. I do not fear. Fear is a mind killer. I let my fear pass through me.
All right, let's roll some fucking dice.
Oh shit!
Did you roll 2?
I rolled a 2.
I'm gonna roll a 1. It's a guarantee. 4, baby. That's how
4
you're like
wins.
trash and still come out on
4
top.
wins.
All right. Hit me with that number 3. Let's take a bite into this wing.
Right. Oh,
what are we working with here? Oh, Cauterizer, baby.
Cauterizer by Heartbreaking Dawns.
I love that name.
That's a
Heartbreaking
great name.
Dawn for a hot sauce company.
We Trinidad again.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, we'll see what happens here. A lot of fruit in this one. So we'll see.
Yeah,
what
this
happens.
one's supposed to be. I didn't expect this to be on the top of your list. So
Okay.
cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Cheers, all you at home. Let us hear it in the comments. What are your thoughts on the number 4s? The hot takes?
As the spiciness increases, so does our hot takes. So I feel like this is bland as crap. Yeah, just wait.
That's kind of where we're living on the wings for these first
Yep.
couple, but
All right.
things could change right here. You're up first, sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely tastes of sweeterness. Sweeterness. That's not a word.
That's my hot take. Sweeterness is not a word.
Ready for my number 3?
Mm-hmm.
D&D is just a game. I understand that we're a D&D channel, and so we like talk a lot about it. But there's one like couple takeaways that I want like reasons why I thought about this. So one is people get really like invested, and there's nothing wrong with being invested. But if it's impacting your normal day life, like if you are fuming day in and day out because of what someone else said on the internet, it's a game.
D&D or otherwise.
Yeah. Like it's a game. Like, why are you allowing someone else's interpretation of a game to so negatively impact your day? I don't understand it. Like, play the game that you want to play. If someone else doesn't like it, they can play their own game. Who cares? It's a game. And the other side of that is like maybe a little bit more. If the reason you get out of bed every day is D&D, and I think there are people who fall in this camp, probably that don't listen to our channel, that's not good. Like, you need to
Diversify your hobby set.
just a little bit, or like, hey, D&D as a hobby is great. I think it's one of the best hobbies you can invest in. You're engaging in creative storytelling. That is so cool. But like, if that's what you got going on in your life, there are others so many. Really, there are so many.
This one crept up on me, man.
Well, I've only had one bite, so so many other things you could be doing. So I love D&D. Obviously, I talk on a D&D channel. This is our 50th episode, each ranging about 40 minutes. Like, I obviously care a lot about this, but this is like one of the many enriching things that happen in my life.
I can't argue with that.
This is delicious, though.
Woo! God damn. Yeah, I can't argue. No, I mean, I really can't argue against that that idea. I mean, I think frankly, the spaces that us dice chucking nerds inhabit would probably be a lot happier if everyone was just content to go like, guess we're gonna agree to disagree on this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a game.
That old adage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm with it.
Really good.
I'm with it. It wasn't until I threw it in the bucket that I actually started feeling the heat from it. It took a while to like.
It is sweeter. I like the ritual hot sauce, the one previous better.
Yep.
That's really good.
All right. Let me hit you with this number 3.
Hit me, baby. Hit me, baby, one more time.
This one I think you might.
Is that a song about domestic abuse? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
Okay.
I don't know. It could be.
That's my hot
I
take.
wasn't that big a Spears fan growing up.
You missed out if you did not totally get into Britney Spears' discography. Anyway,
This is one I think you're going to appreciate.
okay.
Bards are everything that is wrong with 5th edition.
I fucking hate you.
Bards are everything
done. This has been
that is wrong with 5th edition.
World is yours, guys.
No. Hear me out here. Hear me out.
What?
They are, as with so many classes, over-injected with the arcane. Because here's the thing. Frankly, I am not just shitting on bards, period. I'm shitting on
He's shitting on bards.
the modern take on the bards. I much prefer a bard who is actually playing an instrument, and it's just enjoyable to listen to them play, and they have a little gallows humor to keep everyone, feeling better. And I much prefer that archetype to I've got a magic guitar, I've got a magic flute, I'm slinging spells, I'm just using a different implement. That's really all I am, and I reach into basically every spell list if I want to. I do, just like
That's why I love bards, though.
So I really think while I talk a lot of shit about bards, objectively potent class. I don't have a lot bad to say about bards in general, but I think 5th edition, and I presume this trend will continue, has taken the bard from being a more humble entity who really kind of almost could function in this like martial space of just, I'm a normal dude. I like playing music. It keeps us feeling cheery. It keeps us feeling better. I can inspire my teammates to, again, now I'm bending into the fabric of reality and shaping it through the powers of my music. A Bard was going to make my list in some
No,
capacity.
I
but
actually did not because I
well.
didn't know you're such a spiteful human being.
I am. You knew that. You did.
I did know that. So there's parts of me that understand what you're saying. But there's a player character side of me that's like, bards are powerful. Bards are so often shit on. Not OS, I guess in like the OSR thing, is actually bards are fucking dope. But like in 4E, bards weren't that great. I have no idea about 3.5E. But 5E, they're a very potent class, and I just enjoy that my favorite class got some. I think 1D&D, All Hail 1D&D, is more moving towards that they do have some access to the arcane, but they're much more limited in what they can get.
Well,
but I just hope that doesn't make them less, like, because I love bards, man.
like that, I would be happy for them to be a very potent class.
Mm-hmm.
I just think, again, to me it's gotten to the point where it's felt lazy that that subclass is just an injection of arcane into an otherwise not arcane class, and I think that's actually true of the court, right? It's a little late. It's a delayed
I'm starting to feel it in my teeth. That's when you know you got some good hot sauce. Is when you feel it in your teeth.
So let us know your thoughts on on both of those. Let's roll some dice. Let's eat some wings. Oh man.
Did it go down the wrong? Are you okay?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
I have none of it in my
All right,
lungs.
10.
Suck it with the 12.
Shit. All right.
It's time for your number 2. It's time for things to get spicy.
Yeah, this is when I think we
Right.
make a big jump here.
I think right here is where things start getting real.
'Cause it's a Reaper.
We're going to be enjoying Reaper Evil Hot Sauce, courtesy of Torchbearer Hot Sauces. I loved the names in this box. When I found this box, I was like, so many of these invoke imagery of delving in the dungeon. And as the name suggests, we are properly at the Carolina Reaper at this point. In fact, that's the backbone of this entire sauce. But smells delicious. I can tell you that from when I was applying it.
Torchbearer is one of my favorite hot sauce companies. Yeah, they're great.
Cheers, you beautiful people.
All right.
And let's go. Oh, the flavor.
That's really good. All right, I'm scared. When's it coming? Oh, there it is.
Oh, yep. Oh, yep.
It is. Ooh, it's a creeper. It's a creeper.
Hit me with that take. Oh, man, I can already have a hell of a time getting through mine.
So my number 3 was I wanted to preface that D&D is a game because my 2 and 1 both are
Holy shit.
are both very hinged on that statement.
Need some beer.
My number 2 hot take, and I can't believe this is a hot take, but evidently in this world that we live in, you right there? I'm really,
I'm trying to pay attention. I'm doing my best.
There needs to be evil things in D&D. I feel as if the current culture of D&D, and I hate using that word of culture, but I can't think of a better word, that things are like, evil things are being diluted. And I don't like that. I want evil things.
You're talking about fundamentally evil things.
Right.
Things like orcs are evil, mind flayers are evil.
Yeah, and not this whole, well, we don't know where they come from. No, orcs are evil because orcs are, they're evil things. Demons are evil. If you can't say that devils and demons are evil, then there goes the blood war. There goes so much lore. Like, there needs to be, like, evil things.
Sauce is fucking evil, dude.
So, like, if you run into an orc and a human, I need to be like, oh, I'm fucking up that orc because the odds of that orc being evil. Now, I'm not saying, like, hey, it's not fun to explore. Are you all right? It's not fun to explore the evil. Like, maybe it was the human who was evil. Like, that's a fun thing to explore. But as rules is written, like, if it's evil, it should be evil.
I don't have much to add to that. That shit is true. Evil. There are things that are evil. If you can't get behind the fact that, I'll put it this way. If we could poll cows, I think they would classify us as evil.
Well, or chickens, evidently, because they're just devouring
chickens,
them.
perfect. If we can't do the same for mind flayers, eating our brains, I don't know then what. I mean, fundamental evil, as far as I'm concerned, is an important element of the game.
Oh, that was a huge jump.
Yeah. That hot sauce kicking my ass. I'm really trying to build up the strength to get another bite out of that wing. Look at this hoss just chowing the wing. All right, I'm gonna hit mine and I'm gonna try to chow. Oh shit. All right, sorry guys. I'm doing my best here. Doing my best. Constitution save. 14. I'm the fucking man.
Oh, I'm scared about number one.
My God.
Nice, dude.
Number one is a big jump from this one.
Yep. So,
right.
what's your number two?
Number two. Hey, this goes out to every single person listening. You just need one good set of dice. Pack it up. Pack it up. Hey, Ariel, I know you're probably going to be listening to this. I've got no ill will.
You just win it like, do you know how big the dice company is? Like, you can get some ridiculously amazing dice sets right now.
They're unbelievable dice. I view dice. So I gotta swallow this. This thing is killing me.
Let's do it. Yeah. I see what you're saying, though. But, like, I will say, if you've only been used plastic dice, try metal. Change your life.
Metal is so nice. But, my God.
Yourself one more time.
Dude, you are holding it together.
I do not fear. Fear is a mind killer.
Woo! Okay. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I consider the putting dice in timeout, selecting dice on a purpose basis to be something akin to reading your horoscope. Mm-hmm. It means absolutely nothing. If it serves you some purpose at the table, more power to you. But it's scientifically wrong.
Well, as a Capricorn, I can say that as a hard worker and my moon in Taurus, I can say that.
Shut up. All right, I know you actuate close to what I just said, but what are your thoughts?
On dice, I like having a couple.
No. I want to make an important. God damn! I want to make an important note. This guy's married to the biggest dice dragon at our table.
Biggest dice dragon.
So he tread very carefully here. But give me your real thoughts on how ludicrous being a dice dragon is. Break it down for me in that exact framing.
So I'm colorblind. I can't tell the difference between a lot of the sets of dice.
Good point.
So for me, like, I don't get it. Now, that being said, I like having, I think right now I have 3 sets of dice.
God damn! Dude, you are holding it down.
I like having 3 sets. Just in case, like, I do have that die set that feels cursed. I can switch it off. And all right, I think we let's just do it, dude. Let's go to number 1. Roll.
Come on, baby.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
Yeah. Do you know how much better my mouth felt the second I saw you roll a 1? It just instantly felt good. That's a DM in me. Oh, I rolled a 1
All right,
too.
we gotta roll again.
Rollsies. Wait. No, my modifier's higher, so.
No, it's not.
I'm the DM. You don't know my modifier.
5.
5.
Again?
Yep.
Holy
Reroll.
shit.
13. Lucky 13.
15, bitch.
God damn it. All right. My number 1, I think we'll ruffle a few
Before
feathers.
we begin, number 1 brought to you by Hellfire hot sauce. It is the hottest hot sauce in the world without extract. Again, we're running natural hot sauces.
Yep.
I'm just gonna read you some of the peppers. We got Reaper, we got Reaper pepper mash, Trinidad, we got Scorpion, we got 7 Pot, we got Jaluka. It's pretty much, if it's a pepper, it's in this thing.
I'm so not looking forward to this last wing.
All right.
Okay. Let's do this.
Oh! I do not fear. Fear is a mind killer. I let the fear pass through me and over me.
Oh, yeah, we got to take
As
a
I
bite
look.
first.
What are you doing?
No, I was about to start mine. I forgot we got to eat the
Cheers,
wing.
buddy. You know what? I think this might take off. Maybe someone will pick up on this hot wing thing.
You know what? I think the fact that we're the first ones to ever do anything even remotely like this, this is we're breaking ground here.
I think so. Ready?
No. Oh fuck, dude! I'm impressed. I am impressed, sir.
Oh, thanks. Good flavor.
Yep. Go for it. Oh, the heat's
yeah.
instant. The heat's instant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's bad.
Yep.
I gotta get this down and then I'll do mine.
No, I go. Yeah, you go first.
Yeah.
That means I gotta eat my whole wing
All right.
first. Yeah.
This is for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna keep chewing on this. I'm gonna try to.
Mm-hmm.
the existence of safety tools at a TTRPG table implies that the act of sitting around a table with your friends is somehow dangerous.
Define safety tools.
X cards.
Oh, okay.
Really, I mean, now this is not to be, goddamn, this is not to be conflated. Jesus. This is not to be conflated with, you should be a callous asshole as a DM, disregard the thoughts and feelings of your players. Goddamn. Oh. Give me a second, internet.
Ooh. It's
That
a
is
spicy meatball.
a huge step up from the last one.
Ugh.
All right. Don't be a callous asshole, but we're adult human beings sitting around a table. If you have a problem with something, we can have a conversation just like you do under any other circumstances in which you have a problem. Stratifying systems for people to express their discomforts in a given situation is not the way human beings interact with one another. There's nothing inherently unsafe about sitting around a table with your friends playing make-believe.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying, and I think this is there's a split screen episode in there because I could see the extremes be taken into effect. How you doing?
Motherfucker, I gotta eat the rest of this wing.
You got to eat it, bud.
Oh, Jesus.
But no, if you're in there with good faith and that you're a decent human being,
That should be a caveat, yes.
Yeah, I think that's a total. Yeah, I don't see too much of a problem with that. Again, you're more into the culture of 5e and like I've only like heard on the fringes about this, but yeah, that's
I guess my hot take maybe comes with a question.
what's that?
When you're functioning in any aspect of life in the world, do you start your engagements with other human beings by outlining the types of conversation and engagement that you're unwilling to participate in?
Well, my counter question is there a difference between sitting down at a table with the good intention of having fun versus a random conversation? Now, I don't know about what conversations you have. Random conversations I have are usually pretty safe.
Yeah, I would say so. But you have no control over that. And you have
No.
to deal with that as a human being. Someone could say anything they want to you. And
I guess.
your job as an organism is to
Yeah, but society
ingest and-
dictates, like, if someone was to bring up super controversial, you'd probably be like, nah, I'm not talking to you anymore. But I feel like that.
And that's the right response. Is just go, I'm going to handle this in the moment. Dude, stop being a dick.
Right.
You don't have to go, hey, it's nice to meet you. My name's Tom. Here's a list of a few things that I just assume us never really dance around because I'm just not comfortable with X, Y,
I
Z.
could see that. Yeah.
It's again, like it's not a notion of people shouldn't have their limits. It's the notion of you don't need a system. You don't need to establish that out of the gate unless every person you engage with, you assume is trying to do you wrong in the interactions that you have.
Yeah.
You can stumble into dangerous territory, no doubt, but the nature of being a human being is to deal with it. And however that is, if that's confrontation, if that's not, I think it's symptomatic of, which is maybe the real hot take, confrontation is a real thing. It's something we should embrace in our lives.
Just like character death, just like I agree with you in some ways. In some ways, I disagree with you. I want to do a split screen on that one, actually.
That one's coming. Hit me with yours while I try to muzzle this week.
I ate my whole wing.
Dude, you are a badass. You're a fucking badass. You know what? If I was a fan of the inspiration system, I'd seriously consider doling one out.
But you're not, so all this is for naught.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
just wanted
so-
to say that so you
I feel better about myself.
you could remember that there's no way in hell.
All right, you ready for my number one hot take? And I think mine is definitely trumping yours.
Really? Okay. All right.
Ready, internet?
Okay, let's go.
This is
Internet.
my get off
Let's
my
go.
lawn. Keep real world culture out of a fantasy world.
I think maybe your strongest mine. Ours actually kind of go hand in hand.
I don't know.
If that
I
makes
feel
sense.
like,
But
especially with WotC and the way it's going and the one D&D, it seems to be embracing pop, like what culture is. And hey, you know what? My number 4 was you need a homebrew. If you want to homebrew your world to reflect culture and today, that's your prerogative, and that's fine. But if you start writing that into the rules, it gets a lot harder to navigate those waters. And that if you're changing the lore, which I kind of hinted at with my number 2, like it gets really hard. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if they were to suddenly introduce like Monald Muff and Bo Biden as like gods in this new one D&D, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, but I hate that. That's the real world. I play D&D to escape the real world, to live in a world where I get to live out. I'm Frodo Baggins. I'm Aragorn. I'm the badass fantasy hero. Why are you bringing real world shit into my fantasy game? I don't like it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I got most of that.
I can
by synopsis, I can back that 100%. I think again, every table should do their own thing if that's what you love sitting down to do.
That's fine.
But we find that this is a trend that's pervasive in everything right now.
We're being strong-armed into that culture. And again,
and that is not to say that D&D should be an apolitical space, just not an real-world political space,
right,
as far as I'm concerned. I don't think anything should be off limits in terms of what you want to present. I'm a strong believer that one of the reasons I sit at the table, I think one of the reasons a lot of players sit at the table who share this thought process. Oh my God.
I hate to say it, dude. It's already come and gone for me.
It's coming on? No, well, maybe that was the benefit of getting
Going
the chat
first.
the whole wing
Yeah,
first.
that's true.
Okay. Is I sit at the table to be challenged. And this ties into kind of my number one and well, a lot of what's kind of made the hot takes list. I want to be challenged on my moral beliefs, my political beliefs, my narrative beliefs, my thematic beliefs. I want to be challenged at the table.
Sure.
And I think moving from the real world space where, again, I mean, politics has found its way into academia, sports, video games,
movies, oh my God.
TV. It's
Yeah.
everywhere. I mean, it's literally everywhere. So much so that, the unfortunate part is I think there's probably people, maybe even people who are watching this right now, who are young enough to not remember a time when it wasn't this way.
Yeah.
And I promise you, there was a time when
stories mattered, when characters mattered, not
Yes.
about.
At least that was the prime directive. And that didn't mean that you couldn't have ideological trappings in there.
And that those are fun areas to explore.
But I think, I will second it. Certainly from an official publication perspective.
That's the big thing. If you want to homebrew, have fun. I won't say, and we explore those stuff in our own games, and we totally have a fun time with that. But the fact that they're forcing you to explore those things, I don't like.
Yeah. Well, I think the counterpoint to that is don't buy the book, and the answer is okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think but that's kind of the point. Is like entire publications are being written off from people who legitimately just want,
it's a game to have fun.
They want the political experience.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
to be of their own home brewing, not just manufactured into the core rules of the game. It's finally starting to subside, I think.
Yeah, it dies pretty quick, but that
fell off pretty quick. That hit. I will say, I mean, despite all outward reactions, we haven't touched our milk yet.
Yeah.
I don't think I hit the threshold. I mean, there are thresholds where I got to go for that milk.
Yeah. No, and this is Fuego Box. I'm sure you'll rep them out.
Yeah.
They're not sponsored at all.
We'll
But
post.
delicious.
No sponsorship. Great group of sauces here.
Great.
I'd love to hear from you guys. Hit us with your hottest takes. Just ratchet it straight to the hottest one that we had here. If you want to give us a list of 5, beautiful. I'd love to hear them. But the spicier, the better.
Yeah, love it.
Hit us with those. I know that this actually was a pretty abbreviated episode. We kind of expected it to be, but that's because the end of this episode, we really wanted to take an opportunity to once again remind you guys that this will be the last episode of season 1. We're going to do a 50 episode season, so that gives us a little 2-week episode break to mull over how we want to maybe improve the show. That's another thing. Since this is one of the episodes, we'd love to hear what would you like to see on the program, both from a production standpoint and from a content standpoint. We are just so appreciative that you guys have continued to join us episode in, episode out. The
Look
comments
forward
are
to things
amazing.
to come, and yeah, we're wanting to grow. So let us know what you think would help us grow, and if this kind of crap, which I love this shit, is your let us know.
I wouldn't mind like a bye week in between.
I could do this every week.
In between, oh Jesus! Well, you're going to the hospital.
I
with
love
ulcers.
hot sauces, dude.
Hit while I'm thinking of it. Hit them with what you'd love to see down in the comments by way of, are you looking for hot takes? Are you looking for what is it?
I want to know, again, this is the finale of season 1, and I think season 2 is where we're gonna be changing some stuff to we want to go somewhere. I think we've done this for 50 episodes. We're still doing it. We enjoy it. How can we get to that next echelon where we're the next dungeon dudes? I don't know who. They're pretty big.
Yeah, they're huge.
We're the next dungeon. No, we're nowhere.
No, that's I can't do the fractional math to get from their size to ours.
0.1.
Yeah, we
0.01.
They don't make rulers delineated at such a small value.
But I think that's what I would say is, hot takes. I love that shit, but please, constructive criticism. Don't be like, I hate your face.
Yeah.
I can't do
honestly,
it. I know what it is.
The algorithm doesn't care, and there's nothing we can do about our faces. So, if you want to drop that in, it just sees it as someone engaging with the channel. So, by all means,
we win.
Huge shout out to everyone.
Yep.
You got anything else?
Hey, the world is yours.